Hello everyone, this is Cherie, and this is my May 2025 wrap-up vlog. My friend's letting me swim in our pool, so I thought I would change up the location today. Okay, let's talk about books. I did read one in May, Sunrise on the Reaping, which is the, I believe, 5th book in the Hunger Games series. And this one focuses on Haymitch Abernathy, who was played in the original Hunger Games series by Woody Harrelson. And it was really good. It's about the 50th Hunger Games, and Haymitch became the first District 12 winner. Is it 12 or 13? Sorry. But it's a really fast, fun read. I feel like Suzanne Collins is becoming a better writer with each book that she puts out, because this one just read really, really well. So yeah, I definitely recommend Sunrise on the Reaping if you like the Hunger Games series. Next up, screenplays read. I did read 2 produced screenplays and 2 unproduced screenplays in May. 2 that were produced were Gandhi and Ghost, and those each won the Best Original Screenplay Oscar. Now, it was Ghost is just kind of a weird one for being an Academy Award nominee. It's a crime comedy. It's creative, but it's kind of funny that made it into the 5. Gandhi, 200 pages. It was a 200-page script. It took forever. It had some really good scenes in it, but it was just long. It was wordy. It was, I don't know. It's got a good message, but I wouldn't just recommend you go read it for fun, you know? So one of the unproduced screenplays I read was Dumpster Donna. We had a table read yesterday on May 31st, and it went really well, and I'm really happy with it. So yeah, that was fun. I watched a series also in May, Survivors. It was a BBC series from 2008 to 2010, and it's about, you know, this this pandemic that happens. This was made before COVID, and a lot more people were killed in Survivors. I think the survivor rate was like 5 to 10% of the population or something like that. So a lot worse than COVID was, but it did show, you know, all the stuff you have to consider when chaos erupts, you know. There's another series a long time ago called Revolution, which was a series about, you know, all the power goes out. So those are the kind of Survivor series I really like. Not the ones where everyone turns into a zombie, because that's, you know, just not very realistic. But yeah, I would recommend the BBC miniseries Survivors. There are 2 seasons. And then May was also Asian Heritage Month, and I watched like 3 really great Asian films. The first was called Joint Security Area, or JSA, and it's from 2000. It's about the border between North Korea and South Korea, and a murder happens. And so this Swiss Army major has to come in and kind of figure out what happened. And it's a great mystery, and as things are revealed, it just gets more and more engrossing. And then the final shot, oh my gosh, you just like tears, you know. So I would just definitely recommend Joint Security Area. The next one is Raise the Red Lantern from 1991. It was nominated for Best International Feature. Mediterraneo one, I haven't seen that one yet. But this was, oh gosh, it was so gorgeous. The cinematography, the sets, costumes, sound design, like excellent sound design. And then, of course, the very radiant actress Gong Li just made this film wonderful. It was banned in China because it kind of criticized, you know, culture and how things were. But it's just really wonderful. Raise the Red Lantern. And then the final Asian film I want to talk about is Goodbye Dragon Inn from 2003. And this is a movie from Taiwan, and it's slow cinema. It's like all the shots are long shots without any cuts, and like no cuts to close-ups and stuff. So you just have these long scenes where characters move around within the frame, and it's really hypnotic. It's about the last night at a one of those really nice cinemas, and the cinema's closing down, and they're playing this old film called Dragon Inn, and it's just about the goings on there of the last night. So it's not for everyone. This movie is not for everyone, but if you're a cinephile, I think you would definitely love it. Goodbye Dragon Inn. Now on to the Harvard list. I got through the next 20. I actually had seen a little over half of these already, so it wasn't that much of a chore. Starting with, I had 5 favorites from this list. Starting with The Battle of Algiers. This was a social realist docudrama about the Algerians trying to get the French out of their country. And it was nominated for Best International Feature. I don't know what won that year, but it was really memorable. There were scenes where it showed how they snuck in the bombs to disrupt, they'd go into the French side and plant all these bombs by disguising themselves. And just all those scenes were just so intense. It was really good. Definitely recommend Battle of Algiers. The next one is Daisies, a Czechoslovakian Czech New Wave film. I've talked about this one before. I saw it for the first time, I think last year, and I just adored it, so I saw it like a couple of times. I didn't watch it again right now, but it's like this wonderfully bizarre movie about these 2 girls who just are kind of like the original Riot Girls. They're like anarchists, and they disrupt society. And it was banned also in Czechoslovakia. They were upset because at the time it was being shot, there was this food shortage going around. And the final scene is this big banquet scene. The 2 girls stumble upon a banquet, and they're the only ones in the room. And they start to eat everything and destroy everything in the process. So I guess the Czech government found that a little distasteful and banned the film. But I love it, Daisies. Next is another one I talked about, Hawks and Sparrows from Italy. It's also kind of a weird, bizarre movie. The opening credits are sung, like all the actors and stuff, the guys singing their names. There's a talking crow in it. And it's kind of a road trip movie between a father and son. And they just get involved in all these weird scenarios and meet all these strange people on the road. And yeah, I adore that one too. Hawks and Sparrows, or The Hawks and the Sparrows, depending on which source you're looking at. The Shop on Main Street. This actually did win the Academy Award for Best International Feature. And it's about a carpenter who becomes an Aryan overseer of a sewing shop that's owned by a elderly Jewish woman. And she doesn't understand what's going on. I mean, the Nazis are moving in. So she thinks that the Aryan overseer, is there to help her out with the shop. And so he kind of just lets her go along thinking that. And it's kind of heartbreaking. I mean, it shows how good all the Jewish people treat each other and treat, like this guy that comes in and helps out. And, but things get worse and worse. And finally, by the ending, it's just really tragic, and it's a crier. You're gonna need some Kleenex for the end of The Shop on Main Street. All right, editing Cherie here. For some reason, when I pressed record on the very last movie I wanted to talk about, it didn't record. So I'll talk about it now. The last movie I recommend is The Young Girls from Rochefort. And this is a French musical. It's just charming and does all the great musical things. Gene Kelly makes an appearance. And yeah, you got to watch The Young Girls of Rochefort if you like musicals.